that surrounds me. If we hold ourselves together, we'll go far.
Hey guys, Yoduvh Essentials here. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how I organized under my sink. And I'll be doing it for the bathroom and the kitchen, starting with the bathroom. Now, I know this looks all messy, but sometimes you might never know how messy under your sink area is until you take a picture. I'm going to start by decluttering. After removing everything, I'm going to clean it up and then cover it with a shelf liner. I got this from Walmart for $5.99, and I'll be using one for the bathroom and the kitchen. Now for this particular DIY, I'll be using this plastic bin that I got from Walmart, and I'll be using it for storage. I'll be making a shelf in the middle. Now I got a laminate board that I had at home and cut it to size. If you look at my cutout, you would see that it's not a perfect square. That's because the bin itself is not straight. So I followed the measurement and then I cut the shape of the wooden piece to fit into the bin. And then I attached it to the bin with nails. This is just a smart way to have more items stored in the plastic bin on 2 levels. I will level the back just a bit so that it sits straight. And for that, I glued on an empty duct tape there. This is a tension rod, and I'm also going to be using it for my storage. I'll be putting a few of my cleaning supplies in the bucket and putting it right inside. Now I'll be putting the remaining items under the sink. I'm going to be hanging the cleaning and spray bottles on the tension rod. I'll be using this on the door, and that's going to be carrying the heat beauty appliances that I use on my hair. And that's it. The organization under the bathroom sink is complete. If you've watched some of my other videos, you would notice that I have other items in the bathroom stored somewhere else, so that's why I don't have much going on under the sink. Now moving on to the kitchen. This is such a mess, and in all honesty, it is so embarrassing. But like I said, it's gonna be hard to notice how cluttered under the sink is till you take a picture. I'm gonna start by decluttering. And then after that, I'm going to clean it and use a shelf liner on it. I would like to make a customized storage that's going to fit at the bottom of the sink. So I'm going to be using leftover wood that I have at home and cut it into the size that I need, and then make a storage that's going to fit at the bottom of the sink. This piece right here was measured according to the size of the storage bins that I'll be using under the sink. You can also use nails and a hammer to attach the wooden pieces together. These are the storage bins that I'm going to use, and I got them from Walmart. I'm going to measure where the bins are going to be, mark the points, and make partitions where they will sit on. I'll be using a leftover PVC lattice that I have at home for this, but then you can also use wood. When I was done, I painted it white. After this, what I did next was to install the shelf liner under the sink. Now I can place what I made inside. Because of the size of pipes that I have at the back, I had to take that into consideration when I was taking up the measurements for the space that will be in the front, at the back, and by the sides. I'm going to be using this over the cabinet door. Now I'm going to go ahead and neatly store my essentials. I'll be using command hook for the brush and another fancy sponge that I'm so in love with by the side. I use this for wet garbage when I'm cooking from time to time, and that's going to go inside. I'm also going to be using a tension rod here as well, and this time around it's going to be used to hold the paper towel. I had to level and support the side here with some pieces of wood before attaching the tension rod. I went ahead and I added more essentials at the bottom. I'm going to add some labels here. So what I did was to take boards and cover them with contact paper, and then used chalkboard stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree to write on them. I didn't write down every single item that was inside, but I just wrote down what I know will give me a hard time looking for. Whew, I'm done. But I have to say, I love the way this turned out. This is much more cleaner and organized. It is much better compared to what it used to look like before. This was a fun project for me, and I hope you all will learn one or two things from it. And hey, you can take this up as a weekend project. Now don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and families as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I have other home decor DIY videos that are linked in the description box below to check them out, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button.